Hello and welcome to the Musical Instrument Investigator. Today we're on the website of Gardiner Houlgate Auctions based in the UK, and we're going to have a look at the third instalment of their guitar auction series. There is also a fourth auction, which is musical instruments, which we'll also cover shortly, but this is the third one of the guitar ones. As always, I'd just like to say if you enjoy these videos, please consider subscribing or like or comment, because it really does help the channel. So yes, this is the third one of the guitar auctions. I've done a few others. There was one on the 8th of March, one for the 9th of March, and this is the one for the 10th of March. The musical instrument one is also for the 10th of March. But this one starts a bit earlier, I believe. So the first guitar auction was kind of expensive stuff and signature models. The second one was kind of budget stuff and amplifiers, and this last one is basically pro audio and a few antique guitars, so nothing too crazy. So as always with Gardiner Houlgate, the buyer's premium is 26.4%. This is a UK based auction, so if you're outside of the UK, if you're in Europe or somewhere in the world, bear in mind import export fees and any CITES restrictions. 151 lots, but very few that are actually musical instruments, so this is going to be a pretty kind of quick auction. I have said in the other things that the Gardiner Houlgate guitar people have their own YouTube channel. I think it's Guitar Auctions at Gardiner Houlgate, so do check that out if you're interested, because I think they do some good demos of some guitars. So yeah, without further ado, going to be a very quick video. I think this intro probably longer than the actual video itself. Let's just go through. So we see here some kind of pro audio stuff, organ, bass pedals, which I always find really quite interesting, a few microphones, some rack units and stuff like that. PA systems here, Korg X2 workstation, a couple of keyboard amplifiers, rhythm kind of drum machines and stuff like that. Another kind of Yamaha Portatone keyboard, Roland D50. Nothing too crazy here. Some MIDI controller kind of things here. Multi-track recorders, those kind of old school ones. More pro audio. This is what the majority of the auction is, to be honest, so very quick video indeed. But there are a couple of antique guitars towards the end, a load of interesting microphones here. So some older style. This is an interesting cadenza microphone there, that's curious, with a Reslo DPL 30 microphone. Interesting looking. A few more microphones here and there, a lot of microphones actually. Yamaha DGX 200 portable piano there. A few more microphones and other bits. See what else we got here. Kurzweil PC 361 synth keyboard. More other bits. Yamaha MX49 synth keyboard there. And I think we're on to the second page where we have a few more pro audio things, and then we're on to antique guitars, Roland E50 music workstation. So there we go. This auction mainly pro audio, but let's have a look at this. What are they saying? An interesting parlor guitar in the Lacotte style in need of some restoration. Okay, let's pull up the pictures, as we don't have many guitars to actually look at. See if there's a good shot of the tuners. See what kind of level. Nice, it's got its original coffin case, or a period correct case. Let's see what else is here. Hardware bearing brass engraved Eon and Fe tuning strips. Okay, overall condition in need of attention, 1000 to 2000. Yeah, it's an interesting parlor guitar, not the greatest I've seen, but definitely interesting than most. Another interesting parlor guitar, possibly French. Okay, engraved brass tuning strips. Overall condition poor. Excellent. Yeah, this one needs a good bit of restoration. Quite an interesting back on that. Looks like maybe some work has been done to the neck or the head. Just looking at the back of that. Don't know if they say anything here. They don't say it, but it does look like something might have been done there. Zachary Taylor, this is a modern type thing, 350 to 450 electroacoustic. I think there's a lot of like historical model guitars by Zachary Taylor. Then we've got a concert classical guitar there, made in China, 2 to 400. And a Juan Cachemira classical guitar, 4 to 600. I think I used to own one of these, like a lower one, when I briefly tried to learn classical guitar. Manuel Rodriguez Model FC classical guitar, 5 to 700. And Contreras, really nice Contreras guitars there, 800 to 1200. It's a nice maker. Let's see what else we've got here. A few more things. A Breakin Aliu classical guitar, made in Turkey. Okay, never heard of this maker before. Well, that's an interesting heel, isn't it? It's almost non-existent heel on that one. It's a curious design there for sure. Yeah, very interesting. An Amalio Berget classical there, 100 to 200. 1996 Zambra Model G42 classical guitar. Not too au fait with that make. Franquillo Gianni classical guitar, made in Brazil. Harold Peterson Model B classical guitar, 4 to 600. I have a Harold Peterson. I think it might be a Model B actually. Here that I don't really play much. It's had a little bit of funny stuff done to it, but it's a good guitar. I think at the times, like at least like the top model of this, which I don't think this one is, would have been a pretty good kind of student level or maybe a bit higher concert classical guitar, but nowadays I think that's been quite superseded. A few other kind of guitars here, kind of classicals and stuff. Let's see what else we've got here. 1987 Robert Cross classical guitar in need of restoration, 2 to 400. And 1983 Kayari classical guitar. I think this in a similar vein to the Harold Peterson, probably in the day was quite a higher level guitar. 1983 Trevor Semple Tabitha classical guitar. Interesting. I think with classical guitars now, everyone wants either a kind of Smallman type heavily built classical guitar which is really powerful, or a kind of a Daman, like really cleverly kind of lightly built with specific kind of materials and bracing to also get that power, and all of these other kind of classical guitars are kind of left behind really. 2013 Vicente Carrillo Herencia, new concept classical guitar, made in Spain. Okay, interesting. 1500 to 2500. Looks nice enough. Yeah, I think there's a lot of these older classical guitars are just not that popular anymore, unfortunately. But I think there's people that still appreciate the older style of classical. Well, I do anyway, from a tone point of view. Hagstrom Isabella classical guitar, made in Sweden. Interesting rosette there. Curious looking thing. Let's see what else we got here. Camps NAC 4 electroacoustic, 3 to 500. Made in Spain. An Armin Hanika natural lattice classical guitar, made in Germany. Okay, interesting. Wonder if this is in a way a similar style to the work of Matthias Daman or something like that. I'm not a fan with a lot of these modern makers. An Alvarez by Kazuo Yari, made in Japan, 2 to 400. And a Cordoba Luthier C9 Parlor classical guitar there, 2 to 400. 1960s Ibanez, interesting, 3 to 400. And a 1993 Masaki Sakurai, excellent classical guitar made in Japan in the Kono workshop. Okay, interesting. So it's got a fair pedigree there. The Kono stuff is pretty good. Okay, and a 2006 Christopher Carrington classical guitar made in Texas. Interesting design on some of these classicals. That is kind of curious. Really interesting design, that. Yeah, 1,000 to 1,500. Well, there we go. I think we're kind of at the end of this auction. As I said, super quick video, mainly pro audio and some kind of classical guitars or older guitars. Interesting enough. If you're interested in pro audio or kind of older guitars or classical guitars, check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Ciao. Many thanks for tuning in to the Musical Instrument Investigator. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, subscribe and turn on notifications, and watch out for the next video coming soon.